Morning, Steve Freed in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, for those in the Midwest, the first thing is to be safe over the next few days because of the cold and blowing snow. Secondly, the market's probably going to focus on three issues. Number one will be the weather. Will this slow grain movement down? Will this disrupt some of the exports out of the United States? And will this add to feed usage and change some of the livestock movement around the country? So unprecedented cold weather, record cold temperatures for Chicago tomorrow, and we'll see what kind of impact that has on prices. Number two is kind of the global financial outlook. We saw some meltdown of currencies on Friday of developing countries like Brazil and Argentina and Turkey. We've got some unrest in Ukraine and Egypt and some uncertainties about the Olympic Games in Russia, and all this is making markets nervous. And when markets get nervous, they tend to get out of long positions. We've seen a pretty good break in the U.S. stock market late last week, and it's kind of continuing in the Asian markets this morning. So you kind of have to watch money flow and see where the money kind of parks or puts itself in these kind of uncertain times. Kind of a reminder of the funds, the traditional funds that can be long or short and follow the momentum of the marketplace are long beans and meal, and they're short corn, wheat, and soybean oil. So we'll see if they want to do something with those positions. Overnight, wheat's a little bit higher. I think that's a little bit of concern about U.S. weather. Corn's about unchanged. Nearby beans a little bit higher, and the deferred beans a little bit lower. The floating of the Argentina peso on Friday is going to raise some talk that maybe this will finally free up some of the beans that the Argentine farmers are holding and move into the marketplace, which could be negative. Argentine weather is okay. Brazil weather a little drier, parts of the western areas and what maybe the trade is looking for, but combined we're still looking for a record soybean crop out of South America. Harvest is just beginning in Brazil, and we'll see how the logistics unfold for the Chinese. Last week, U.S. Soybean export basis slipped on concern that maybe China will start rolling or switching some of the bean sales here in the United States to Brazil. The other thing that we'll be watching for is on the demand side, and just see if we are going to see some switching out of Brazil. Global wheat demand is going to the cheaper Black Sea areas, but will we get some demand here in the United States? And on the corn side, what is really the corn domestic usage, and what are the government numbers? Next big government report's February 21st when they come out with S&Ds for 2014 and 15, and I think the market's looking to sell rallies, especially in beans and corn, going into that report, thinking the USDA will show higher carryouts for 2014 and 15 for corn, beans, and wheat. As always, these are my thoughts, not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.
That's his favorite place. She was at the football game last night. 25 and a quarter. UVA.